Metrology ensures that these parts fit together when the final system is assembled. For this reason, large multinational companies often have their own metrology departments. The tremendous advances in microelectronics in the last 40 years would have not been possible without metrology in the continual improvement of microchip production. The development of fast computers allows engineers to design new microcircuits, which in turn allows better computers and other devices. In our daily life, metrology is applied in areas such as communication, health, aviation, safety, and consumer protection. Satellite navigation systems and international time correlation make accurate location possible. These systems allow networking between computer systems around the world and permit aircraft to land safely in poor visibility. Human health depends on our ability to make accurate diagnosis requiring measurements. For example, determining the level of cholesterol in the blood. Breath analyzers are used to measure alcohol levels in the body. Consumer protection for all measured traded goods such as bread, fuel, and pre-packs. The mission of the Weights and Measures Department, Metrology, is to provide the Kingdom of Eswatini trade, industry, environmental, health, safety, and all sectors with accurate and precise fit-for-purpose measurement standards and measurements. This is achieved by keeping and maintaining the national measurement standard and units to an acceptable international standard, and by disseminating traceability to these sectors. Through metrology regulatory control, the department provides consumers, trade and industries with metrological support services that ensures equitable and uniform trade dealings conducted on the basis of measurement, and the promotion of international system of units is achieved through verifications, calibrations, inspections, consumer protection for all measured traded goods, for example bread, fuel, pre-packs, etc., conducting relevant workshops and trainings, and enforcement of metrology law, type and pattern approval of new instruments to be used in trade, and registration of repairers of measuring instruments used in trade. Current areas of measurements and discipline include mass, volume, and length. Other current measurement areas being developed include pressure and temperature. Weights and measures overarching objectives includes level playing fields and support for industry, international confidence in traded goods based on measurements, consumer protection, control of fraud, etc. The metrology section in Eswatini has been serving industry and trade structures, providing them with accurate and precise measurement for over 45 years. This includes, among others, the petroleum industry, sugar, citrus, etc. in agriculture, mining, dairy industry, public structures such as police and others, retail markets, verifications and calibrations conducted throughout the country to ensure the Act is complied with. Strategic plan for the Weights and Measures Department to Vision 2022 is to provide the Kingdom of Eswatini's economy with expert measurement capabilities that will ensure industry and trade can process and trade with more accuracy to the international markets, especially SADC, SACU, COMESA, and African Continental Free Trade Area. Provide consumer protection to the Kingdom of Eswatini consumers on traded measured goods. Have harmonized regulations for the International Organization of Legal Metrology and SADC. And to have harmonized technical specifications in pre-packaging and labeling that promotes local and external trade.
It's Spar Rewards winning car time, and you could be turning your shopping into a limited edition Hyundai Grandite 10. Plus, get incredible specials like Nivea body lotion or cream for just $39.99 and Lifebuoy soap. Buy any two for only 22 ml. Remember, every participating
Ngiyashisa emhlabeni wemflomdzala. Ngizabonga ngcono salungihlukanisela emkhathini wemhlaba nelithuna. Nisho kubabe ukuthi sengitoze ngivuke nakuvuswa labafile mhlazana abuya tawulanza libandla lakho. Kuphitsitela tintfo letisinza la ngephandle. Kudlengula abantwana. Kubulala abafati nemadvodza. Kuganga nako sekubhokile. Kanti sinetifo nato ngekhathi khona kumemeta indlala nenhlupheko. Uyashisa emhlabeni wemflomdzala. Nkosi nami ngathi kepha ngiyathi ukuthi eMpumalanga eNtshonalanga eNingizimu nenyakatho yakhona kukhala talukati ba Alibayalila bamphana abakade beki phasi phasi tidvaba talabo labathi balungile kanti cha soloko bayakhala sabela sokulunga sokulunga sabela phela wena uyathi ngelwati lwakho gwaliseka umbhalo ukuthi kangichubeke ngibhale ngebunkhondo ndawuletha thula ngelu cha uvule bunkhondo nindawuthanza bonke.
Travel, play and inspire. The all-new season of Buhle Bethu is back on your screens with the girl Nombumelelo Dlamini. Of course, we have a new face in our team, the ever so cheerful ladies one.
That's right, Bhumi. This new face is ready for fun and adventure in the beautiful kingdom of Eswatini. I'm so excited to be part of the show in this season. We are the squad that is ready to travel and explore safely in this new normal, the COVID-19 era.
That's right. Don't forget to post your pictures on your social media pages and tag us. Who knows, we might just join you on your next show.
Join us and be part of the Buhle Bethu squad as we travel, play and inspire every Saturday exclusive to Eswatini TV.
You can watch the latest episodes of the show on YouTube or download the Eswatini TV app to keep up to date.
Hello everyone and welcome to the show. You know the vibes, it's the beat down. The time is 8 p.m. It's time for you to relax. Sit back, relax and enjoy the music videos that I got for you.
Moving no direction, like it's a calling. Alive in the middle of nowhere. Shake the ground and burn the air. So yeah, yeah. You don't have to hold back for anything or anyone. Just own this.
Good evening, dear viewers, and welcome to the News Bulletin at 8, brought to you by number one news provider, Eswatini TV. I am Nondomiso Vilagati alongside Namakabiso Kambule, and here are your top stories. The Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini today toured Eastway projects LUCIP 1 and LUCIP 2. The Minister for Finance, Neil Reikenberg, says it is not true that students' allowances have been diverted. The Minister of Labour and Social Security, Philip Telezi, says the ministry prioritizes the health and safety of workers. The news. The Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini today toured Eastway projects LUCIP 1 and LUCIP 2 and further continued to tour Mbageni project under Sigwe constituency to see how Eastway operates.
The Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini on Thursday inspected progress of the ongoing LUCIP 1 and 2 projects spearheaded by Eastway in the Lubombo region. The Premier proceeded to Mbageni in the Shiselweni region, where about 31 homesteads are expected to make way for the construction of the Mkonvo Ngwavuma Dam. The Prime Minister applauded Eastway for playing a significant role in the economy of the kingdom.
Lemisebenzi isuka khona engwenyameni yakhuluma vele ngisho nayivula iParliament ukuthi uhulumende asekele imisebenzi yokuphakamisa umnotho kuthi kube ngileso naleso sigodi sibe nemisebenzi omkhulu lesiwendako kube khona lokwendekako Mbageni iproject yokuqala nje ukuthi abangilo ke damu laseMbageni inhloso ke yalomsebenzi kuthi wonke umuntu lokhona la kube khona la kakwendako kube khona la phila ngako kube nje umuntu ovuka ekseni angede athi ukuthi awendani inkosi ke isiyelile ukuthi emandi asiwagcine ngoba ngiwo la khalive lenda ukuthi kube nemnotho emandi akwakhiwe madamu ekuvimba emandi angahambi nje emandi ewuke.
The Minister for Agriculture, Jabulani Mabuza, says all these projects are what the United Sustainable Development Goals speak to. Avumisa Chief Gasa Wangwane thanked the government of Eswatini for not only bringing projects that will transform the face of the region, but also improve the livelihood of the people. Reporting, I am Tembelihle Makuchwa with Temba Shabangu, Mbageni.
And again, the Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini says government is fully committed to the vision of ensuring that the country is clean, as poor waste management poses a serious threat to the tourism sector. The Prime Minister was speaking during the awarding ceremony of Waste Management for Improved Livelihoods and Resilience Project, where he was represented by the Deputy Prime Minister, Themba Masuku.
About 6 organizations were awarded with money amounting to $500,000 emalangeni each under the Waste Management for Livelihoods Grant Program through the assistance of UNDP. According to the Deputy Prime Minister Themba Masuku, government is committed in supporting youth and women in addressing waste management issues in Eswatini.
Through this program, we will not only be addressing the issue of waste, but going further to create sustainable jobs. Indeed, it is the introduction and promotion of the circular economy approach that is key to addressing waste management challenges in Eswatini and the world at large. Providing support to projects that are collecting waste for the purpose of producing new products that are sold for income is an important step towards the right direction. I have been advised that this project is supporting initiatives that use food waste to produce compost, fabric waste to produce pata, sako now. I need one of these. Shopping bags. And waste cooking oil to biofuels, just to name a few. The project therefore provides a rare opportunity for us as a country to adopt a holistic approach to waste management by creating a sustainable value chain and economy in order to minimize pollution and other negative externalities from the waste sector. Let me take this opportunity to extend my sincere gratitude on behalf of His Majesty's government to UNDP for supporting the country through these and several other initiatives that seek to improve the livelihoods of Eswatini as well as the sustainability of our beautiful kingdom.
The Minister for Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Moses Vilakati, says poor waste management causes a number of environmental issues.
The 21st century has brought in its wake numerous environmental challenges which are threatening future generations to meet their own needs. This ranges from simple land, water, and air-related phenomena to complex environmental catastrophes threatening human existence. Therefore, proper management of the environment presents itself as a fundamental element of life, and as such, it should become an integral part of our society.
The UNDP's resident representative, Rose Sibitindere, says the grant program is part of the UNDP-supported Waste Management for Improved Livelihoods project that seeks to create an enabling environment for innovative waste management that also creates opportunities to improve resilience, strengthen sustainability, and enhance livelihoods of stakeholders involved in waste management. Toki House, a beneficiary, stated that their project will assist disabled women, youth and Vuganibo Mage women to sew clothes for babies using their waste garments. The beneficiaries are Women Unlimited, Kwakain Vota, Amical, Annectus, Commonwealth Local Government Forum and Vuganibo Mage. For Eswatini TV News, Sondomlangeni in Nogwani.
The Minister for Finance, Neil Reikenberg, says it is not true that students' allowances have been diverted. The minister says the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Labour are working around the clock to ensure that students get their allowances from the second week of May.
Whilst the Ministry of Labour is faced with a daunting task of apportioning the limited resources allocated for scholarships, the overwhelming demand for such has made it very difficult for the ministry to equitably carry out this task. In spite of the increase in the budget for scholarships in the financial year 2020-2021, the ministry continued to be flooded with numerous applications from qualifying students, which has partially circumvented by the increase in the number of scholarship awards by approximately 800 students. However, since scholarship awards are not a once-off one-year commitment, the budget allocation for scholarships, constrained by the limited government resources, provided to be inadequate. That explains why the students' allowances could not be paid from the financial year 2021-2022 budget, hence the revised timeline to ensure that these are charged in the 2022-2023 budget. We therefore wish to state, with no uncertain terms, that the announcement made earlier by the government through the Ministry of Labour and Social Security that the allowances will be paid by the end of May still stands. In fact, the Ministry of Finance, together with the Ministry of Labour and Social Security and Treasury, will do everything possible to ensure that these are processed starting from the second week of May 2022.
The Minister of Labour and Social Security, Philip Telezi, says that the ministry prioritizes the safety and health of workers. It is therefore important for employers to ensure the safety of employees in every way possible at work. Eswatini joined other countries in commemorating the World Day for Safety and Health at Work that was held at the Real Villas, Ezulwini.
Approximately 1.9 million people die from work-related causes and injuries at work each year worldwide. Eswatini and the world at large celebrated World Health and Safety Day, which looks at the safety of employees at work under the theme Act Together to Build a Positive Safety and Health Culture. The theme stresses on encouraging the workplace for strong work health with a safe and healthy work environment. The Minister of Labour and Social Security, Philip Telezi, says the ministry emphasizes social dialogue between employer and employees, and they ensure the safety of employees in that measures for safety are put in place.
This year, the World Day for Safety and Health at Work focuses on enhancing social dialogue towards a culture of safety and health, hence the theme, Act Together to Build a Positive Safety and Health Culture. Creating a sound culture of prevention of OSH requires the participation of employers and workers' organizations in the governance of safety and health at work. The tripartite partners may have different interests and perspectives, but consultation and discussion contribute towards improving communication, leading to a better understanding of any concerns and any constraints that might exist, and pave the way for joint and agreed actions and for the development of a collaborative culture in addressing OSH issues.
The Director of Health Services, Dr. Vusima Kakula, says they work hand in hand with the Ministry of Labour in promoting all health and safety measures to protect employees from injuries and illnesses.
Kufuneka ukuthi abantu babe safe emsebenzini. Nangabe abantu ba safe kusho ukuthi baphilile. And lokuningi lokhanza kusuke kwendeke ingoti emsebenzini noma ukuthi umuntu agcina asathole isifo ngenxa yokuthi uyasebenza kusenda lokuthi vele isitiko lesempilo sihambele ngembili inzaba lenjengalena ngoba tisebenzini nangabe setigula nabe setilimele athi sela khona kuwenda lo msebenzi.
For Eswatini TV News, I'm Kian MCB at the Royal Villas, Ezulwini.
The Workers' Day public holiday falling on Sunday, the 1st of May 2022, has been moved to the 2nd of May 2022. According to a press statement issued by the Acting Minister for Home Affairs, Polile Shakantu, this is in respect of the Public Holiday Act, which states that if any such day falls on a Sunday, the following Monday shall be observed as a public holiday. Notably, the day appointed under this act as a public holiday is considered to be a non-business day. The Public Accounts Committee has asked the Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Natural Resources and Energy, Dorcas Dlamini, to sort out the issue of a principal accountant who is said to be allegedly getting a full salary while on suspension for the past 7 years. The ministry had appeared before the Public Accounts Committee.
When the Public Accounts Committee resumed its business for the day, the Ministry of Natural Resources appeared before the PAC, and amongst its issues that were discussed on their performances was the issue of a suspended principal accountant in the ministry who is allegedly said to have been getting full pay despite not being at work for the past 7 years or so. The PAC said this is a waste of the taxpayers' money. Dumisani Mkometul, the US technical, says ever since he came to the ministry, there was no principal accountant.
From where this issue went further to anti-corruption. But again, the anti-corruption apply in 6 months or whatsoever. I told you, I'm in some way, it's an actual so 7 years. Applying and
the Public Accounts Committee and members from the ministry had opinions concerning the suspension of the PA.
Who's a period 6 months voted in the commission? This is
so hole malini le minyaka ke phase mingaki just that amount
sekhuluma ngazo ukuthi i-Ministry of Natural Resources ngiyo perpetrator. We are the victim here. We are the biggest victim here because of the action here Treasury. The Treasury being the cadre, the department responsible for the accountancy cadre.
Inherited this one. So ngeke ke bese siphinze sine siyale ka i-Auditor General so uyalela suka khona kanti use-natural resources uholelwa khona. You inherited everything. Thank you.
The chairperson of the PAC, Musa Gunene, asked the PS to sort this matter as soon as possible.
Institute the constitution the office abuye adosebenza lokho because njalo nje udla imali elive umuntu uhledi ngiyamholela full paid and the
It is not yet known as to how much the said principal accountant has earned to date. The principal secretary said she will work on the recommendations by the Honorable PAC. For Eswatini TV News, I'm KNMCB, Parliament.
The Principal Secretary in the Prime Minister's Office, Bertram Stewart, says the training of the civil society by the International Organization for Migration will help this organization to build their capacity to screen, identify and refer human trafficking victims to right services. Stewart was speaking when officially opening the training, where he was represented by the Acting Under-Secretary, Nokuthula Stewart.
The government of Eswatini, in collaboration with the International Organization of Migration, has trained the civil society on key issues of human trafficking. When officially opening the training, the Principal Secretary in the Prime Minister's Office, represented by the Acting Under-Secretary, Nokuthula Stewart, says government is counting on these trainings as it's going to allow government to fight human trafficking.
This training comes at a crucial stage of Eswatini's response to combating human trafficking as the country tries to improve its tier rankings in the global context. I believe that the various presentations which will be made here will be an eye-opener to all of you, and the knowledge gained will be shared amongst your colleagues and the various sectors and communities you work with.
The International Organization of Migration's Chief Mission, Jeremy Mendes, says the training will be centered around identification, screening and referral of human trafficking victims.
There's a lot of work that the government has been doing and putting together all these systems, and now we even have a shelter that is at the last stage of, we're touching up, and soon we'll be able to open, so that when we have cases, we will have also adequate place where these victims can actually stay while there's a process of identifying safe places for them to live, or even safe ways for them to return back to their families or to a person that will.
In 2009, government passed the People Trafficking and People Smuggling Act and the Sexual Offences Domestic Violence Act in effort to fight human trafficking. For Eswatini TV News, Ndomlangeni, Ezulwini.
There's still a gap between girls' involvement in ICT and science-related studies compared to boys. The Eswatini Communications Commission officially launched the Girls in ICT 2022 Day under the theme Access and Safety in an event that was held at Eswatini Lodge, Matsapa.
The industry is still short of girls showing interest in enrolling in ICT and science-related subjects and field. It is still a male-dominated industry, thus the need for girls to partake as well. The Eswatini Communications Commission commemorated the Girls in ICT under the theme Access and Safety, where they gathered girls from different schools to learn more about opportunities available in the ICT field. This is in commemoration of the Girls in ICT Day, which is commemorated annually on the 28th of April. Ozi Tagata, who represented the CEO of the Eswatini Communications Commission, encouraged girls to enroll for ICT subjects.
That as partners we need to work together to develop solutions and ideas for lowering barriers to access and improving safety online for girls and young women. The protection of the cyberspace is a key priority for the Commission. The number of female technical students is disproportionately low, and the awareness and initiatives such as today means that highly qualified women in the technical fields will have a significant number of opportunities availed to them.
Lindiwe Dube of the Career Guidance subject in school says it is important to choose their subjects of interest wisely because they will be stuck with it for the rest of their lives.
Know your strengths, know your limits, so that they are guided correctly into the careers that they want to pursue. And of course, issues of gender are critical. Good life skills education, we have included those as well. And we also have other materials that support
our life skills education.
Nonzuzo Bulunga Elena at St. Michael's High School says the discussion is fruitful because it opens their mind on opportunities available.
I do believe it's possible to see nomuntu noma ngabe ungiphi gender and whatever cause life now, because at the end of the day sonke sibamvu, we all have the same limbs, so naba imedi khona kwenda lokho I can also do it.
Others present were ladies who are already working on different sectors within the ICT to motivate these girls. Other schools and individuals joined the session virtually. For Eswatini TV News, I'm Kian Msibi, Esibayeni Lodge, Matsapa.
Eswatini TV's acting chief executive officer Mncedisi Mayisela says it would really benefit the country if it were to have a content hub. Mayisela was speaking when welcoming students from the University of Limpopo who will be doing their internship program at the institution.
The partnership between Eswatini TV and Limpopo University of Technology continues to flourish and grow in leaps and bounds. On Thursday, the acting chief executive officer of Eswatini TV, Mncedisi Mayisela, welcomed students from Limpopo who will be doing their internship program at the nation's broadcaster.
Our vision actually, and we are going to continue to lobby for government to invest, and even the private sector to invest in establishing what we call content hubs. Content hubs, essentially, that is where you guys go and play around with so many things. You create your movies, you create your dramas, as we have been explaining. You create so much content that we can use as Eswatini TV. Sometimes I sound a bit controversial when I say we as a broadcaster or as a national broadcaster, we are not supposed to be producing any content. We are supposed to be procuring content. We are a broadcaster. We are supposed to broadcast content that we source from you guys. And honestly speaking, I think government would be doing a great service to the youth if we could establish this content hub so that you can apply your knowledge, you can apply your skills, you can apply your innovation. And Eswatini TV just comes and commissions and licenses the content as a broadcaster or as a national broadcaster. So I'm hoping that in the near future, government will be able to think along those lines.
The students were represented by Sfiso Ngwenya, who uploaded the partnership between the two institutions.
And knowing this group, I believe we would see
the students will be deployed in different departments within Eswatini TV. For Eswatini TV News, I'm LinkedIn Gule with Vumkosinzinisa, Ezuluni.
Dear viewers, now take a look at our financial updates.
Standard Bank. It can be.
Welcome back. You're still watching Eswatini TV, and for your sports news tonight, female boxer Temnotho Dlamini has become the second ever female boxer to bring back home a medal as a local female boxer after Vuyiswa Magaya brought in the first one last year during the Region 5 Youth Games. Dlamini recorded a silver medal in Zone 4 games held in Mozambique.
Female boxer Temnotho Dlamini won a silver medal in recent Zone 4 games held in Mozambique, which meant that she has now become the second ever female boxer to bring home a medal as a female.
In my future, ngibona ngithena professional ngihamba boxing engibhadala.
Dlamini says it is within her plan to start working hard and ensure that she plays the sport at a professional level in the near future. The first ever female boxer to bring home a medal as a female boxer was Vuyiswa Magaya during last year's Region 5 Youth Games held in Maseru, Lesotho, where she also got a silver medal. For Eswatini TV Sports, for Bisumsunera Mbabane.
Hayley Hoy's grandmother, Linda Hoy, and Luca Fraser's mother, Lynette Fraser, say supporting a child who has a passion for sports at an early age contributes immensely in the child's success in the near future. The two parents mentioned this after their two children brought back 9 medals amongst themselves from Kana swimming games in Zambia.
Two national team swimmers, being Hayley Hoy and Luca Fraser, brought home 9 medals in recent Kana Games held in Zambia. Hoy recorded 5 medals. Within those 5 medals, there are 3 gold medals, while for Fraser, he got 3 medals that were all silver medals. Hoy's grandmother, Linda Hoy, says supporting her child in her sport journey from an early age is what has contributed to her success.
She's come a long way since I taught her to swim. I taught her to swim and then we took her to Coach Welcome and he's brought her a long way in her swimming. She works very hard and she deserves everything that she gets. Because even when she gets up in the morning and she's feeling like I really don't want to do this anymore, she gets in that pool and she keeps on trying.
For Fraser's mother, Lynette Fraser, knowing day-to-day needs of her child is the one way of ensuring the child's success.
Very supportive. I do the drop-offs and pickups for swimming training at Swim Lab every day and obviously give him all the attention and gear, swimming costumes, fins, goggles, whatever they require, simply just to keep them occupied and focused on sport.
The two swimmers have also expressed their excitement over their success.
I'm extremely happy. I worked for it and now it's finally paying off, so I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to go and swim as well. I am dreaming to go all over the world to swim and show my talent. I'm hoping to qualify for the Olympic Games 2028, 2024 I'll still be young, so there's still time for me to qualify.
I'm very proud of myself and I'd like to see myself going to the Olympics one day. It feels great, especially that I at least became top 3.
The two parents' support has indeed proved that different parents in the country should support their children in their respective sporting codes. For Eswatini TV Sports, Fabrice Msonera, Mbabane.
That is all we had for tonight, but before we wrap up, we'll take a recap of today's headlines. The Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini today toured Eswatini projects LUCIP 1 and LUCIP 2. The Minister for Finance, Neil Reichenberg, says it is not true that students' allowances have been diverted. The Minister of Labour and Social Security, Philip Telezi, says the ministry prioritizes the health and safety of workers. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin tonight. Up next is the weather forecast for selected towns. Good night, Eswatini.
Hi-Fi Corp is the home of savings. Get this Bennett Reed kitchen blender for $1399, save $100. Or this Defy 30-litre 900-watt microwave with mirror door finish for $1899.